Amish did not bother making money off of locals and tourists until after 1980. So back in 1980, they started with these little 8 by 10 stands. They have grown into whole complexes today. I'll show you that when we get there. Smaller, older homes have small rooms, so they can't hold church in their house. So they have the carriage house on the white block, on the ground floor, in the white block. Up here in the gray area, there is a workshop here. That's why the garage door is up there to move out heavy equipment, move it in, move it out. That's where they hold church, if their house is too small to hold church. We'll have plenty of these. I'll show you plenty of these like this as we travel. Up the driveway to your left. That is an Amish phone booth up there, that little structure. This came onto the property, again, during this Renaissance in the 60s. Cannot be in your house, cannot be out in the barn. Has to be its own separate structure. You'll see them along driveways, in pastures, tucked in behind the corner of a barn. That is the only landline that connects the average Amishman to society. He has the phone, the other neighbors around do not. So they share his phone. Not every Amishman has a phone. If you have a business, you have a phone. You have a Wi-Fi router. You have a computer to run your business. Grass on your left, that's pasture grass. This is alfalfa on your right. You cut them both down, you bale them up, you feed them to animals, you pay. Doesn't matter if it's alfalfa or just grass. Any type of grass cut is called hay. Any type of grain. We grow a lot of rye and wheat here. You top the grain, you take the stem. That stem is called straw. So that's the difference between a straw bale and a hay bale. Grass for hay, straw for grain. In the gray building here on your left, again, to the left is all geared towards tourism or retail in general. That's an Amish dairy farm. She has a battery store there. Those solar panels are charging big batteries down in the basement to run her cash register. Maybe fans to cool off her customer. Possibly supplemental lighting like LED light to go along with the propane light that they typically use. But he can't go from the barn to the business to use the phone. He comes down to the booth at the bottom of the lane. And after business hours, she does the exact same thing. She can't go to the business. She goes down to the end of the lane. Wash line is hung right from the porch up to the barn or up to a pole out in the pasture. Wash is hung to dry all year round. It's hung when it's raining sometimes, it's hung when it's freezing. There are no dryers on the Amish properties. They have 2 types of washing machines. They are both wringer washers. With the workshops with the air compressors and the big air compressor out the barn to milk the cows, it's a pneumatic washing machine. The other guys, they have it gas powered. It has a little braking strap on the bottom of the laundry. You just pull the cord and you're doing your wash. We have a blacksmith shop here. He does not have any customers, but it's a business. And in the back is their single-family home. Everybody, doesn't matter if you're a single-family home or not, you have to have a pasture for your horse. These guys here, they have a cow also and a bull. Now, in their property, they'll milk that cow twice a day, every day for their own personal milk usage. At the dairy farms, they milk with air pressure. They use the same milker that English do. Here along the road, we have a pen. I see they were riding their pony earlier with the cart, so the pony's not here right now, but the chickens are in here. Kids as young as 6 will hitch a pony to their cart, run up and down these roads a mile or so, going to families' homes. Again, they're picking their squash. It's going to go into the big box. It will be picked up by a pickup truck or a big truck, sent over to Loyola to be sold at that auction. These are workhorses here attached. That's what happens. The workhorses pull everything through the field. There are tractors on the Amish properties today. They showed up around 1999. They are only used in the barnyard. They have 3 main jobs. The big round circle in the ground that you see to your left here at the end of the barn, that is a manure pit. Where the cows are in the barn, their manure goes into that pit. Where the horses are, that goes into another manure spreader. That's solid. It has, straw and corn stalks, and of course the waste bin. That pit was dug in the ground when the tractor came on the property. These are the single-family homes from the 50s and 60s when I was a kid. These red brick homes. These would not have copper wires in. like most of the old farmhomes where we're going to be going. That has changed greatly over the years, folks. More workhorses with some young ones in the mix on your left. Brand new windmill there. Old English School, Amish have taken this over. School starts next week. We've been airing them out, doing some painting and cleaning them here lately. On your left, those bales of hay in the white plastic. That's another job that tractor does. It wraps those bales up singly, then in a big long row together. The other job that the tractor does is that they're about ready to start doing that silage. You take the corn that you chop down, you take it back to the silo where the tractor is waiting attached to basically a wood chipper. You feed this corn in by hand, it chops it up and blows it into the silo. That's the three jobs for the track. Tombstones or the Amish tombstones.
Very peaceful, right, Mama?
Yeah.
Why is it?
Again, they're just a little bit smaller, bigger than one another, but they're all the same. As their name, the day they were born, the day they died. While you're alive, you're no better than the next Amishman. When you're dead, you're exactly the same. You're no better than anybody else. That's why they're all the same. Now coming up, you'll see a limestone rock sticking out of the ground. This is a gate post. Gate's still attached here. We have a lot of these that don't have the gate. They're just sticking up out of the ground here in Lancaster County. That's from the 1700s. Again, farm with shutters. This guy milks like an Englishman. The only difference is he sold his cows in January. These Amish guys are going out and they're losing money year after year in the dairy. So they're starting to sell their dairy herds. This is becoming a trend. Come back in 15 years, I couldn't tell you what these fields will look like then.
كده فتح ممكن